Alright, cool. Hey, Mr. Hopkins. Thought I was having some technical difficulties, but not anymore. I'm all good. Alright, so we are on to occupational/leisure. The balance between work and play and the ability to find satisfaction and enrichment through one's work. You know, you're really going to end up here forever. I don't know. That's really hard, especially because in this area, I feel like of all the areas of wellness, I'm the most opinionated, so I'm not going to go too in depth, or else you won't like me anymore. Alright, balance between work and play and the ability to find satisfaction. This is hard stuff. Alright, so where am I? You know, I really wish I could, skip this or something. Alright, so, honesty is the best policy, right? Okay, so, balance between work and play. Okay, so, my current balance between work and play is a total and complete struggle because some of the most important people in my life do way too much play. And the thing is that something I think all the time about, no matter how much people think that this is terrible and ridiculous, I always, excuse me again, I always think about college and getting into college and stuff like that and later in life, and it's not good. It's not good. It's a terrible way to view things and stuff like that, but I feel like living in a place where I go to a high pressure school and stuff like that, it's just that's what people talk about, that's what people think about. We're not from middle of nowhere, I don't know, Wyoming, where maybe one person in the town goes to college. It's no, 90-something% of the students in Needham High go. So it's that's what I think about. That is my goal, which is not, I mean, everyone ends up somewhere they end up liking at some point. But the balance between work and play, I feel honestly, other people can throw off my balance. Sometimes people are look, you're not working hard enough. Work harder, do better. And sometimes my friends or other people are come on, just relax, blow it off, or it can wait or something like that, or have a little fun or something. And I've been struggling with this balance my whole life. And I totally and completely 100% expect to keep on struggling with it until the day I die, because honestly, it's hard. It is hard. You have play. You want that. You want to go shopping, go to the movies, go on the playground, go for a run, do whatever it is you do. Go fly a kite, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. That is fun stuff right there. It makes you happy. It gives you endorphins, right? That's the happy hormone, right? Or something. You know what it is. You're a wellness teacher. But I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to go clubbing when they're 20-something? But then at the same time, you have work. Work. People say work. Most people think work equals money. So work now in high school. That means you work as hard as you can, as well as you can, for as long as you can, until it's over and you're going to college. Then once you get to college, that's one thing over with. You've officially been accepted, which is hard because, I mean, some people take it personally, they didn't accept me, am I not good enough? And it's hard because you're on a list with thousands of kids. They don't care about you. They care, I mean, as much as they like to care about their student body, that just is that you're part of a student body. So once you get into college, then you work hard, you find a major, then you can leave college, you go to grad school most likely. No, actually not most likely at all. You might go to grad school. Then what you do is you have to get a more specific degree for the job you want to get. then you either get the job or you don't get the job. You might change your mind at some point, like you did, which I think is totally cool. That happens to so many people. And these kids my age think, okay, I'm going to go to college and I want to be this when I grow up and I want to major in this. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Half the people when they're in college, not half because I don't know how many, but so many people change what they want to do while they're there. You know, and you don't know that. You grow up, you change, you think about stuff. You are realistic. You get slapped in the face with reality like a bunch more than you want to. You get out in that big bad world and you realize that something is a lot harder than you think it is or something like that, you know? Things change all the time. All the time. So that is work, and you think, okay, well, work, then not only do I have to support myself, am I going to want a family or something? So then you have to think about that. Where do I want to live? And honestly, just with all these different questions and play taunting you, there's no time where you just sit down with yourself, really, and say, why the hell am I not happy? You know? And I think that's important, but at the same time, I feel like people don't end up doing what they want to do. People don't end up liking their jobs as much as they should, you know? I feel like jobs have become less about your area of expertise and more about not just what you're best at, but what you're best at that people need you for, I guess. You know what I mean? There are so many people out there who want to be the world's next professional athlete, fashion designer, singer, whatever. And in my opinion, honestly, I don't think it's worth the time trying to compete for that. Let someone else do it. And meanwhile, stay in that field or do something else. Do something where people need you. Do something where you can't have too many of you. There's no way there can be too many Mr. Hopkinses in this world. You are, you know, being a fun, great teacher that can help students realize who they are, you know. There's no, like, the world is lacking in you, okay? I mean, honestly, people need more teachers to, like, guide them or more doctors to cure cancer and stuff like that. There's not too many of you. But yeah, there's definitely too many people trying to dream up where they're going to go on their next world tour or something like that. Well, the most singing they've done is in their shower. I mean, that's the thing, is that for me, personally, I have dreams, but I know they're definitely not realistic. And it's just like, to me, I just feel like I don't want to sell myself out, you know? I don't want to keep on dreaming about something that I don't think is going to happen. And I'm just someone who thinks, go with the backups, you know, I mean, shoot for that dream. Yeah, that dream motivates you to do stuff, I guess, but it's like, it's just sad and rough because, like I said, sometimes reality just right back into today. And that sucks. Especially as a teenager. I mean, now I'm old enough where no one's going to tell me, you're going to be the next president of the country. Yay, I'm not 5 years old anymore. No one's here to tell me that. Why not? Why the hell not? I mean, I wish I were a little kid. I could just ask. I was telling someone this yesterday, that I'm going to be a camp counselor for little kids. And I think part of my favorite thing about being with them is they don't ask themselves stuff. They don't tell themselves that they can't do something that no one has already told them they can't do. They don't say, why can't I be king of the monkey bars? Why can't I have an official playground country? They don't think about the pessimism and the negatives all the time. And I've caught that ugly, terrible disease, and it's not alright. And I think, kind of like locus of control, there are some things that are completely, one end is completely luck, and one end is completely other people controlling things. And an example of that is like college acceptances are somewhere like in the middle, because you can work your butt off and do 11 extracurricular activities, but at the end of the day, they have you wrapped around their huge fat finger along with all these other thousands of kids. All they want is acceptance. All they want is that that name on their resume and to have that enriching education. I mean, some kids are just in it so they can have some law firm or something. I don't know. But, I mean, really, it's just, and it's like, why can't we all just kind of think like that? And why do I have to have this bug that dreams can't happen? That is why it's called a dream, sure, is that it might not come true, and it might. It really might. Where's that light at the end of the tunnel? I just need that light and that if I people need to realize that encouragement doesn't stop. You can't have, parents can't just pull the plug on their little kid going from, you're going to be the world's next best president, to, why were you out with your friends? You shouldn't have procrastinated on your science project. I mean, like, what is that? When did one thing stop and the other one start? It's painful. So occupational and leisure, that stinks. That really stinks. That's hard for me. And it's hard for me as someone, like I said, who isn't completely dependent on dreams, to encourage my friends who do have great dreams and great talent for things that are more abstract than I'm into, And that's really hard. As for where I'm going, honestly, do you want to know where I want to go, Mr. Hopkins? Do you really want to know? Because I'm going to tell you. Here's my life layout plan. Somehow, I will get into New York University. I will have a major, perhaps a minor. Then I'll get out. I'll move somewhere else that isn't New York, so that way I can go back to New York, because New York is expensive. I mean, I'm sure you've probably gone there before and stuff. It is hard, and I want to get one of those multi-million dollar Park Avenue brownstone apartments or whatever, and I want to live there, and I want to live a happy life with a husband and kids and have a job where people need me, where people are depending on me to do stuff. That's what I want. What will end up happening, I have no idea, but I am not going to be some, I don't know, you won't find me in a trailer park. That sounds mean, but, I don't know. I mean, there are certain things that, I know won't happen to me. I know that I won't let, I don't know. I know that I won't let, my creativity and the fun in my life completely burn out. And if I do, then come in your time machine, which I'm sure you'll have by the time that happens. And I need you to slap some sense into me, because without that fun, without that work and play balance, you're nothing. You don't know what life even is anymore. So, we'll see what happens. I'm depending on that time machine, though. I really am. Alright, see you next time.